isn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On 2nd down, Osweiler. Mumphrey with it over the middle. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Keith Mumphrey, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to him until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. On first down, and Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
319. Hurry up, hurry up. He's coming. Jump out.
Snap comes at 1. Flush to his right. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Well, not to get too overcritical there because he knows what he's doing, but his shoulders looked a little off kilter there when he threw that.
I don't think you're being overly critical there. You're just analyzing it, and he gets those shoulders right. That pass will go from incomplete to complete.
Rodgers now to throw. He's going to let this. He's got a man. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now he's flushed out right to the sideline, and a nice catch there. Made sure the feet were inbounds, and they were.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, you plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. Another stiff arm.
Boy, that's effective, isn't it?
Fresh set of downs here. Throwing on first down is Rodgers. A dump off to Lacy. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So second down, 3 yards to go now. Rodgers to throw once more. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
It appears they found something that's working, and they keep going back to it. I guess you can actually say he has the hot hands now, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's one thing to hit your guy out of the backfield once, hit him a couple times. Yeah, you're right. Maybe they're onto something.
And I think a lot of that is simply if you get it to him in space, more times than not, he's going to get more yardage than you expect out of each play. If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
He'll set up the screen to Lacey. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
So the chains are on their sides. It's 1st and goal from the 6. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
To throw, it's Rodgers. That is caught by Cobb. And it's a Packer touchdown. Randall Cobb, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. And oh, he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. And they win big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Unable to connect on the 1st down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Play action. It's Osweiler. On the right side, this is Miller. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Strong grabs it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it? And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the 1st half. The Packer offense now ready to get back onto the field. And you got to think, if this is anything other than just taking a knee, I'd be very surprised.
Yeah, they've got enough to talk about at the half. Why do anything else? Just get out of there.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. So a very tight 1st. And now due to apparent time constraints, we fast forward to the beginning of the 2nd half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And now out comes Houston. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. 23 yards on the play. And a nice pitch and catch to pick up the reception against man coverage.
Both of them read how much yardage they needed, figured what they had to do, and were able to beat the man coverage for the completion.
Let's go! 3-19!
A first down carry now for Miller. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On second down, Osweiler. And Miller with it over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They isolate Hopkins on the left side. From the red zone now, here's Osweiler on first down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Braxton Miller hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans will extend their lead. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here are the Packers now. They get set for their first possession of half number 2. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after him early.
Lacey hit. He lost the football. It's out. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So they've been unable to capitalize on the great field position as of yet. Here's 3rd and 9. Osweiler. The catch made by Miller. Touchdown, Houston. Braxton Miller with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Texans capitalize on the fumble and turn it into 6. And the lead is up to 15 now. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. Here comes Montgomery now to return it. Look at the spin. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. A good pickup there on first as the screen pass gets him 8.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Incomplete pass on 2nd down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on 3rd. Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Caught on the right side by Adams. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st down, Rodgers trying to lay one. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. Jordy Nelson with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. And this one's back to an 8-point game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They go play action here on 1st down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. 15 yards there for number 15. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
They isolate Hopkins on the left side. Again on 2nd and 10 now. It's Osweiler. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. A nickel back added defensively as they look to stop this 3rd and 8. Throwing again, Osweiler. The catch made by Miller. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. And on that last catch, Charles, he tops the 150-yard mark. It's one thing when your wideout gets that. When your tight end gets it, it's quite another.
We keep seeing the evolution of that position, don't we? Where we've seen where it's gone from strictly as a blocker to a guy who caught a few passes to now an integral part of the passing game, sometimes the primary receiver, because a lot of these guys have wide receiver skills, and we're seeing that on display here. Just think about the guys in the past looking back at this game and saying, sure wish that was me. I'd love to have gone out for those types of passes.
Second and 10 now. Osweiler. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains. And let's discuss Osweiler a little bit further. Obviously an interesting journey for him to get here to Houston.
Groomed in Denver and actually got to play some before he ended up making his departure to Houston. But after the Broncos won the Super Bowl, I think he was in search of his own team and his own destiny as maybe a Super Bowl quarterback. They gave him a great opportunity, and he took advantage of it and headed to be a Texan. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Three receivers to the left, one to the right. Again, Osweiler. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nick Perry in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Third and long, it's Osweiler. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Morgan Burnett. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Back now at Lambeau. It's the Packers who have the football but in need of points as we begin quarter number 4. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
On first down, Rodgers escaping the pressure right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get...
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. The 6-time Pro Bowler, Clay Matthews, in there to drop him. And it'll be a loss of about 8. On second down, here's Miller. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back. And it'll be third down. And in this situation with the lead, fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on third down.
Let's go. Green, 39.
From the shotgun, Osweiler. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. So this defense gets an assist from the goalpost, and as a result, it's going to keep them within one score.
Yeah, and that looked to be good the whole way. But that is a big break here in the fourth quarter of a football game. Now your offense needs to find a way to capitalize.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at second down. So nothing there on the screen that time.
That means all that great acting they tried on offense went for naught, didn't it? Because you have to try and influence them. Make them think that you're doing something else. Make them think that they can get to the passer by letting them by and then setting up the...
This is caught inside the 15. It's a big play there for Green Bay. And even 40 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Nelson, the man in motion right. Rodgers will try again on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Give him 5 on the screen play, and that'll set up a third down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be fourth down.
So this was a case of better safe than sorry. All the receivers were locked up, so he had to try and run for it, but he ended up having to slide short of the marker.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1.
One of the hallmarks of their success this year, they've been fearless on fourth down. And they convert another one right here to move the chains.
They come out here in the eye. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. Aaron Ripkowski, his second touchdown on the season. And the Packers move back within a couple of the lead. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he will bowl his way in there for the 2 points. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
Even score late in the fourth. Let's see if the defense can play within themselves, not give up the big play and contain, and keep this knotted up.
Green 39.
Time running out here on the play clock. Now a play fake here on first down. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 15 more, and it's another first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
Here's Osweiler. That is caught at the 7. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. DeAndre Hopkins hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans have broken the tie. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now trotting out there, the Packers getting ready to go. They're down here in a 1-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. They'll look to throw. Surveying the field. He's going to let it fly. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position. Couldn't hold on. 3rd down. 3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
Now Lacey. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter play. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Joseph. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Oh, Osweiler going to throw it. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Jalen Strong, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. And you really can't pin that one on the quarterback, Charles. The O-line, they've got to protect better.
And they know it. That's their meal ticket. They want to take care of the big guy behind them. In this case, they let him down.
On 3rd down, Miller. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And he did get it back, I do think, yes. So no turnover on the punt, and it'll be a 1st down. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay.
Check 27. Eyes on 27. Butt set.
He's back to throw. Buying time to his left. He gets it over the middle of Collins. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So for Houston, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for the Packers, they fall to 6-6 now on the campaign. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Lambeau.